had grown up like a grapevine without a prop. The wild shoots trailed aimlessly over the ground. You know how many a noble power perishes in us because it is unused. I wandered like a will-o'-the-wisp, caught at everything, was caught by everything, but only for a moment. And my unskilled powers wore themselves out for nothing. I felt that everything failed me everywhere, yet I could not find my goal. Such was I when he found me. I can still see him come walking toward me, looking at me, smiling. I still hear his greeting and his questions. As a man stands before a plant whose peace soothes his struggling spirit, and simple content returns to his soul, so he stood before me. And was I not the echo of his quiet enthusiasm? Did not the melodies of his being repeat themselves in me? What I saw, I became, and what I saw was divine. How ineffectual is the best intentioned diligence of men compared with the power of pure enthusiasm. It does not stop at the surface, does not lay hold of us here or there, needs no time and no means, has no use for command and coercion and persuasion. From all sides, at every level of depth and height, it seizes us instantly, and before we know it is there, before we can ask what is befalling us, it transforms us through and through, in all its beauty and bliss. But with threefold force did I feel him and myself, when like shades from a time long past, in pride and joy, in rage and grief, we climbed Mount Athos, and from there sailed across to the Hellespont, then down to the shores of Rhodes and the mountain gorges of Taenarum, through all the quiet islands, when longing drove us from the coasts inland to the somber heart of ancient Peloponnesus, to the lonely banks of the Eurotas. Ah, the valleys, lifeless now, of Elis and Nemea and Olympia, when leaning against a pillar of the temple of the forgotten Jupiter, with oleander and periwinkle all around us, we gazed into the wild riverbed, and the life of spring and the ever-young sun bade us think that once man was there and now is gone. That man's glorious nature, if it remains there at all, remains but like a shattered fragment of a temple, or only